Hello and welcome back. Now, as promised, I said I'd do a video when the replacement microphone arrived for my new Yaesu 450D. Now, this microphone is a clone. It's not a genuine Yaesu microphone, but it's a clone of the MH-67a 8J, or just 67a. How do I know it's a clone? Well, it's pretty easy. It's got a branded logo on it. I don't know if you can make that out. Sunday or sun delay, or I don't know what you'd call that. Sunday. Anyway, we call it sun delay, whatever you want to call it. So basically, yep, this is a clone microphone. This one came in at 20 UK pounds delivered, but you can get these a lot cheaper if you're willing to wait a few weeks. You can order these directly from China. Some have got the the Yaesu kind of logo on it as well, which is a little bit of a counterfeit, isn't it? But they come in at about sort of 11 UK pounds, $15, which is, it's dirt cheap, isn't it? In the world of microphones on HF radios, it's dirt cheap. So first impressions, well, it's slightly larger than the 31A, and it's not bad, to be honest. I mean, you've got to consider how much this costs. The push to talk button, it's a little clicky. I don't know how people feel about that. The original one is sort of a lot more linear. It's just a smooth in and out. This one, yeah, as you definitely know, you can sort of tell that it's a micro switch. I don't know if that will come through on the audio. We'll find out when we do some sort of tests, but I don't know, so it depends how you feel about that. I don't think it's, it doesn't really bother me so much. Cable, let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's about the same length. It is quite tight. I must have, just out of the box, it does, I don't know if that will loosen up. It does seem to be sort of quite a tight cable, and you've got your standard sort of like Yaesu sort of, plug on the end there. So, yeah. I mean, the 31A, I did do obviously a bit of a testing with this on the radio. It was a bit unfair. As I said, it was straight out of the box, no EQ settings, anything like that. And a few people came back and said, well, they've had no problem with the 31A. The 31A works, completely fine. It certainly seems to work better on the more expensive Yaesu models. But I think it might have been Dave or might have been Derek. Someone said, look, you've got a tone switch on the back, which I had. And they said, so switch that over to number 2, and that should drop off some of the lower bass, which seems to be the issue with this microphone. On the full 450 Delta, it does seem to have quite a bassy sort of plummy tone, which a lot of Yaesu radios have. So what I'm going to do is, now we've got the sort of the cheapy clone microphone. I'm going to go back on the radio, hopefully catch Charlie Tango 318, and we'll do another radio check. This time I'll have the switch on number 2, which should reduce the bass a little bit, and also I'm going to go into the radio settings and I'm going to set the EQ level once again to drop off the lower frequencies. I won't boost the higher frequencies, I'm just going to drop off the lower frequencies, and the mic processor will automatically cut in, and we'll see how it gets on. But like I say, straight out of the box, if you get one of these for sort of £10, not bad at all. It just feels like a CB microphone, to be honest. It doesn't feel quite so nice as the original one, as you'd expect, but it's very much like a CB microphone. Not a budget one, I would say, but more like sort of something you would get with a President, something like that. It certainly feels better than the Cobra microphone that I've got, and some of the other cheaper rigs like the Maycom and things like that. This one certainly feels a little bit better than that. So anyway, I'm going to hopefully get a test. So I'll set the camera up in the shack, and we'll do a test on it. But as for now, cheers, thank you for watching the first part, and I'll catch you in a minute. Well, I'm in the shack to test out these microphones, but as you can see by the temperature up here today, I'm not going to be up here very long. It is unbelievably hot. Yeah. So if the video suddenly goes very quiet, that means that old Fred's passed out. Alright, don't worry about it, okay. Alright, so here we are, back up in the shack. So I'm just going to set the mic EQ level on it at the moment. Bear with me while I do that. So as you can see, mic gain there. I'm going to set it down to normal, and the EQ level I'm just setting at 1, which just sort of slightly lowers off the sort of bass. It drops the lower frequency. So that's how we're going to test the two microphones. Right, so we're just up here, just going to wait for Steve. Hopefully he'll come on. So we're going to start off with the standard microphone that's supplied with a radio, which is the Yaesu MH-31a, and this time I'm going to have the tone switch on the back. I'm switching that to the second position, which is, as I said earlier, that should knock off a little bit of the low end, and then we get a report on this one from Steve whilst I've still got him a good signal, and then I'll swap over to the clone microphone, the Sundley, whatever it's called, Sundley, I don't know. Well, the clone one, yeah. We'll swap over to the clone one, and we'll compare. We'll see how we get on. This is Charlie Tango 1664 calling Charlie Tango 318 mobile.
I've got you, mate.
Yeah, Roger, Steve. Shall we QSY to 27305?
Yeah, roger, gone, 305.
Yeah, this is the 1664. Do you copy me? Charlie Tango 318 mobile?
Yeah, I've got you, Fred. Well, I don't know about yourself, but I've got 3 days off. I'm pretty chuffed about that, mate.
Yeah, roger that. Well, I've got to work tomorrow, and then I get Monday's my day off anyway. So it's no different to me, really. But yeah, I'm pleased for you.
Yeah, cheers. I've spotted a little car for sale on my way home, and I'm going to give it the drive-by if it's still there. It's not really what I'm after, but it's within my budget, so I just want to see out of curiosity how much MOT it's got, but there you go. And what rig are you on today?
Well, yeah, I was getting round to that. Right, I'm on the Yaesu 450D, and I'm trying out the microphones again, Steve. So I'm currently on the 31A, which is the standard microphone, but I've got the tone setting on the back switched to 2, and I've got the EQ setting with the lower end knocked off. So how's that sounding to you, Steve? Back to you.
Sounds fine, mate. Yeah, sounds pretty good.
Roger. Well, this was the settings that were kind of recommended to me online, and what I'll do in a minute, before our signal drops out, I'm going to swap over to the cheaper clone mic, which is a clone of the 67A, Rog.
Yeah, okay. The break acknowledged if you can hear me. Yeah, go on, mate.
Right, okay, yeah, brake station acknowledged, please stand by. Okay, Steve, right, I'm now on the cheaper 67A, the clone mic. So, any difference on the audio? Back to you.
I would say I prefer that one, if I'm honest. But you're only looking at a marginal difference, Fred. You know, you can play about with mics till the end of days, and some people will prefer one mic and some people will prefer another. But yeah, to me, that's the best one.
Yeah, roger that. Okay, well that's good. Well, as long as it's nice and clear anyway. So would you say this is more like the sound that I would normally get from the Alinco, Steve?
It's similar. I mean, I'm happy to listen, really, to sort of tell the difference. But I suppose at first glance, if you said you was on the Alinco with a different mic, I'd say, yeah, fine, you know. But, yeah, it's along them lines, Fred. Along them lines, mate.
Roger. Oh, that's good, isn't it? That's good to hear. If you're struggling to hear the difference, then that obviously is a good thing, isn't it? Okay, shall we bring that brake station in? Yeah, the QSK brake station. Would you like to go ahead? I think he's gone now. Right, Steve, I'm getting no signal or audio at this end. I don't know if you can hear him. Back to you.
Right, the brake station, if you're there and you can hear me, this is Charlie Tango 318 mobile. Go ahead. heard a Roger Blake earlier on. I just thought it might have been someone trying to get him.
Yeah, QSL, got all that, Steve. Yeah, I definitely heard one as well. I just heard one under you. I probably got it on video actually when I go back. And oh, well, okay. Well, we'll leave a little gap between transmissions, and they might be mobile or something. And yeah, hopefully it'll come in. Well, it's been it's another
QRM bit at the moment, so just stand by for it for 2 minutes, mate.
Yeah, roger that. No problem, Steve. So there you go. So it looks like adjustment in frequency explains that Steve's on 305.1. So yeah, with the EQ setting and the back of the microphone there switched to 2, not a lot of difference between the two microphones. Say Steve says he personally prefers the sort of 67A or the 67A clone. I think it depends on how you get out. You know, if you get out particularly clear. I must admit, I actually quite like this microphone. I do like the sort of the weight of it, and I do quite like the sort of the clicky push to talk. I know some people really wouldn't like that too much. Be a bit too much like a CB microphone. But yeah, so this one is currently the favourite until I can afford to get a desk microphone, and that will be in the future, unless a decent second-hand one sort of comes up. But yeah, I think that's it for now. So I think we've got these two sort of pretty balanced. And there we go. Alright, I'm going to cut this video a bit short. So I'm absolutely dying up here today, as you saw the temperature. So cheers, thanks for watching the video. There'll be some more videos on the Yaesu later on. So you know, come back and keep tuned. So I'll be putting videos up as and when I can. But as for now, cheers, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next one.